Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play World of Warcraft with Warlords of Draenor. So we just finished most of the quests in the crackling whatever it was, but there was one that I wasn't able to do because I just couldn't find enough things to grind. So I have come back to my garrison here, turning in one of these quests, and I've got a couple other things to do. And then I'm actually going to go back to Wor'gol and kind of do some things over there. There's still some unfinished business, so but first here I'm just kind of standing here kind of staring at, like, okay, what's my choice? Which one do I want? I don't know. Well, I'll just take one. Whatever. Like, okay, which one am I going to choose? I'm like, at this point, it really doesn't matter that much because I'm still leveling. It'll matter whether I do mastery versus crit strike and that kind of thing. I think that kind of stuff matters a lot more once you're at max level and you're trying to really max out your DPS and things. I'm replacing gear quite frequently at this point, so... Alright, so both of our follower missions were successful, or garrison missions, I guess. So that's a good thing. So it's kind of nice. You get some followers to do some missions for you, and you get stuff for it. Especially if you choose the right follower for the right mission. If you choose the wrong one, you know, there's especially if you're below 80 or 90% chance of success, then, you know, obviously you're risking failure. And here I'm looking at the options and things, and like this one here, he's got the he's got the match. I don't know if you saw that, but in terms of the required skill. Now, and then I have another one that I'll get that's going to require 3 followers, and so I'm not going to, that one I'm not going to be able to do for a bit because I only have 2 right now. But that will eventually change. You can see the one quest I still have up there in the map that I'm just going to I'll get back to that later. I have unfinished business in Wor'gol, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that first. And I'm just kind of, you know, circling around Frostfire Ridge and just kind of making sure we kind of take care of all of the different different quests and things. And here I'm just kind of checking out some of my gear while I'm flying over to Wor'gol, and just, you know, seeing if I can replace or upgrade anything along the way, since it's a decently length flight here. It's always a good use of flight time is to check on things like gear and things. There we go, I got an achievement for doing that upgrade, so yay! So, at any rate, so here we are in Wor'gol, and as you can see, it's kind of under attack. It's, you know, so while we were attacking Bladespire Citadel, I think the chieftain's wife, I think, or something of that nature, I think she is. Anyway, she stayed behind to defend Wor'gol, and while we were gone, it was attacked. So we're like, okay, now we've got to deal with this group of people. That's not cool. So it's more Iron Horde attacking and all that kind of crap. So now we've got to figure out, okay, so what do we got to do? We got to free people. So first of all, we got to free either Frostwolves or Horde prisoners, and or I guess they're Frostwolf prisoners technically, because they're Frostwolf clan. Since we're on Draenor of the past, 35 years in the past or something like that, since then, it's not technically the Horde because we're not on Azeroth, so we're kind of going by various orc clan factions instead. I mean, you know, I'm still Horde and everything. There's, you know, yeah. I'd have to. I don't even know how the Alliance is approaching this entire thing, because this all seems very, very kind of Horde related. So I'm sure the storyline is going to be quite different from the Alliance perspective on this. But since I don't play Alliance, I don't know what that is. So, but yeah, so we need to, you know, take out as many of these guys as we can, and, you know, rescue the slaves and other prisoners, and really kind of go from there. And just constantly getting attacked a lot. And then I think there's some head guys we're going to take out as well, to kind of make way for things. And there's kind of like a final culminating thing that we have to deal with. So that's why this video is a tiny bit longer than it otherwise would normally be. Just because I kind of wanted to wrap up this whole Wor'gol thing, this particular chain of quests and things, and rescuing things all in kind of one fell swoop. So I was able to kind of power through this as quickly as I could do that. So far I am still playing content that I've played in the beta. I am noticing, you know, certain differences, and, you know, a lot of it's the same as the beta, but I got past all of Frostfire Ridge, and I got into the next area, which the name escapes me at the moment, and that's about as far as I got, just because they kept resetting the servers and resetting the characters, and you'd have to, like, they just wipe everything out, and you'd have to create a whole new character and start from the beginning again. And I finally, after about 2 or 3 times of that, I kind of got tired of that. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. But then they released in the beta a couple of automatically level 100 realms. So when you created a character there, it automatically create a level 100 character instead of a level 90 boost. You kind of get a level 100 boost, but it was only for you know, only for the beta, and it allowed them to get some people testing the end game content. And so I was playing around with a lot of the end game content there near the end of the beta test, instead of kind of like just the leveling through, because I guess they were realizing that because they were doing that constant clearing out and resetting everything, that people weren't playing through the entire game. I mean, some people were. I'm definitely not one of those who has the kind of time to just kind of sit there and play for 24 hours straight and go through the entire leveling process. I mean, look at how long it's taken me. I'm level 91 now, and it's, you know, I'm just barely, you know, a bubble and a half into 91 at this point, and the game has been out for how long now? So yes, I'm kind of a slow player, you know, but then again, you know, I actually, while I love World of Warcraft, I still have a life. Alright, so here, Giant Slayer, whatever her name was one of the objective kind of mini bosses that we had to kind of take up. There's still an actual boss. I mean, this isn't even an instance or a dungeon or anything, but they actually have this quest line set up where you've got to take out a bunch of NPCs and things, but then you also have to take out 3 mini bosses and 1 actual boss. I mean, it's a soloable boss. It's not, you don't have to be in a group of people to take these guys out. You can take them out by yourself easily enough. So it's kind of like a solo, almost like a little solo dungeon, as it were, and things. I know they've added, near the end of Mists of Pandaria, they added the scenarios feature to the game, where it's kind of like a solo quest. Not a quest, a dungeon. A solo kind of dungeon, a solo scenario. But they're kind of like a dungeon where you can run through it and you have to do certain things, but I found them to be incredibly difficult. Here's one of the next bosses. You can tell them because they're carrying the banner of their clan, loud and proud, so to speak. But anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I was saying something about something. Never mind, I guess it wasn't that important. If I think of it again, I will get back to it. But yeah, anyway, the beta was actually quite a lot of fun to play, and it obviously was glitchy and things, but obviously, you know, we played, we ran into glitches, we reported the glitches, and they fixed the glitches. So, you know, at least now, for those people who've been playing Warcraft since the release of the expansion, you don't have to deal with all of those little bugs that we found for you. So, even though once I got into the beta, and I got into the beta pretty early, the game was pretty complete. I mean, there were a couple of glitches here and there. The worst one for me was when you first summon the guy from Orgrimmar who's going to help you build your garrison, and he's supposed to give you a quest to gather wood or something, and it just like something broke and it didn't let you pick up or turn in the quest or something, and so you never until you could do that, you couldn't progress any further in the game. And I later learned, at first I was like, there's something wrong here. Eventually I did figure out that it was a bug, and I reported it and everything, but it was like, it's the most memorable one I can think of. There were other little glitches here and there, like characters standing, and I think they were supposed to be standing on something, but that something wasn't rendering, and so they looked like they were standing and floating in midair. So there were a lot of that kind of things going on, and I can't think of any specific examples at the moment, but as I've been playing, I have noticed some subtle differences between some of the questions and how things have unfolded versus how they were in the beta. So they've definitely done. They were definitely tweaking quite a bit during and after the beta. But overall, it was a fun experience. All right, so there's mini boss number 3. Now we just kind of have to tie up a couple of other of the surrounding quests, and then we can go after the main kind of boss in this particular village and kind of tie up this particular battle. And this is going to be one of those areas that's phased, so that once I get past a certain point in the quests, I think after I turn them in, then the entire area changes to a point where it's no longer going to be under attack and things, and you can kind of peacefully walk through here after you've completed these various quests and things. But so if you've completed them and a buddy of yours hasn't, you guys will be out of phase with each other and won't be able to interact with each other for the quests and things. On one hand, the downside to that is the fact that you cannot have like a higher level person walk you through and help you with quests and things like you could in the past. But since they've made things to a point where as long as you're not a complete idiot and you're paying attention to what you're doing in the game and you're at level and you're not in an over-leveled area, so over-leveled would be like you're level 90 and you're trying to get into a level 100 area. As long as you're not doing any of those things, then the quests should all be soloable. Even the boss ones. The boss ones are a longer fight, and you have to kind of pay attention to your health and make sure it doesn't kill you before you kill them, but at the same time, overall, completely doable solo. And as a person who likes to play solo, I like that. Now they do have sprinkled throughout Draenor, they have various kind of high level, kind of boss level NPCs that kind of wander around and kind of randomly appear. You know, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not, so it's a crapshoot. But if you come across one of them and they're there, you know, you can group up with people and go take them out. And for the most part, they're kind of soloable as well, but they're not. They're tougher. They're a lot tougher, and I have died on a couple occasions trying to take these guys out. So it's better if you could bring someone else with. Okay, so now we're into the scenario with the, this is the boss. And you can see he's kind of got, one of our guys, who's attacking whatever. So now we gotta take this guy out. He's a boss, so to speed the process up of killing the boss, I take out my kind of garrison folks who come and help in fights and things. So there we go. We just took care of the boss, and then there's gonna be a we have to turn this in, and there's gonna be a quick little scenario where we're gonna see some things. So let's see, I'm gonna talk to him and get ready for the ritual. Okay, so obviously, as you can see here, this is a vision of a lot of dead orcs and wolves, which indicates that they're dead frost wolves. So the frost wolves are dead, and the orcs that are kind of taking over our bodies are the iron wolves. And you can see here that the iron wolves are bringing in reinforcements as well, big old cannons and things, and you can see the iron wolves are standing there cheering, like, yay! Like, what are they shooting at? Everyone's dead. So, anyway, so that's the vision, and that's the potential future if we don't step in and do something to change it. So, anyhow, that takes care of Wor'gol. We just have to kind of run around a little bit and do a couple things, and then take a flight back over to the Bladespire Citadel, and turn one thing in over there, and then that will wrap things up for this particular episode. So anyway, since this is going to probably wrap up relatively soon, I forget all the things that I still need to do, but I will shut down this video at the point where we get back to Bladespire Citadel and just kind of turn on the next leg of the quest there. And then we're going to be doing more Bladespire Citadel quests. There's a bunch of things with ogres and stuff that we got to take care of still over there, and that'll be the next episode. And I would like to remind everyone, if you are enjoying watching me level up here in Warlords of Draenor, to please give my videos a thumbs up if you're enjoying them. You know, and if you're not, thumbs down, that's fine too. And you know, leave comments and questions if you have them. Please share, you know, especially if you're enjoying these. You know, I'd appreciate getting more eyeballs on my videos. And also, please subscribe if you haven't yet. That's another thing that kind of helps me out here on YouTube. So, getting more subs, getting more likes, getting more views, it's all good. Alright, so I guess I think I had to do one last thing over here. Yep. Gotta pick a quest up from this guy. So yeah, there's a couple of things, and so I will end up circling back to Wor'gol after doing some of the other Bladespire quests first, but one thing at a time. Because right now, that's kind of our thing, is we're being tasked to go back to Bladespire and kind of warn them of the attack we just had and the vision that was just shared with us. as a warning. So so yes, that's basically why we're coming back here, and it's supposed to be urgent. So I wanted to kind of include the urgency there, and not because I don't know. I do have the footage already for the next episodes, but depending on how busy I am, next week and the week after, since it's the holiday season, my workload will probably be lighter, and so I'll probably be able to put up more videos than I have been. But you'll just have to kind of bear with me. I'm just not able to kind of maintain a schedule at this particular juncture with my videos and stuff. So it's just kind of like as I'm playing the games, and I'm getting the footage together, and when I have time, then I will post the videos. All right, so here we are, and I guess Durotan beat us back here. he's kind of in both places. He's here and he's in Wor'gol. I guess he has left Wor'gol at this point because it's phased out now. But and excuse my dog for shaking herself there. Alright, but anyway, that's about it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.